You know, some people think Toronto's just about property, flipping houses, you know, and ripping houses down and building houses up. The fact is, this is really, it's now what, 200-something-year-old city as we know it, and things happen here. And you have to figure out how to remember what happened and where it happened. You know, if there was a demonstration, where did they walk? If there was a great speech, where was it given? And I think one of the really interesting things about this house is that, you know, the Pearsons lived on the 3rd floor. There's a sitting room on the 3rd floor. It's still a sitting room. In fact, we have it filled with Canadian books, so it's a Canadian library. And you have to think that that young professor and his wife had their friends come there and talked about what they were going to do over the next 50 years. I mean, what were they going to do to Canada? How are they going to change the country? How are they, you know, were they already thinking, was he already thinking about foreign policy? What were they thinking about becoming more independent from Britain? And those conversations took place in that room. So you put a plaque, and it's the beginning of saying to people, you know, this is one of the places where things happen.
I think it's terribly important that we have these plaques. I think we have to understand our history not just as pseudo-facts and factoids, but we have to think of them as places and events and all that kind of thing where people actually live their lives in Canada, because we have as interesting a history as anybody in the world. We're bound to. We are people and we're humans. And so anything that we can contribute to that, I'm all for.
And he put together, he was one of the most important international diplomats. Things like, you know, what happened under Trudeau but was made possible under Pearson, which is immersion schooling, proper protection and support for Francophone minorities. Canada's place, foreign policy place in the world. Long before he was Prime Minister, he was the Undersecretary, he was first a senior diplomat, then the Deputy Minister, then the Minister, then the Prime Minister. Lester Pearson lived at 12 Admiral Road and at a very key moment in his life, and that's important to know. It wasn't an abstraction, it was a reality.